Hey everyone! So as you might have seen in the video title, I was sick for a bit and I was hospitalized for 1 week. And I decided to make a video about it for two reasons. One is that I just wanted to give you a quick update on what's going on with my life, just in case you were curious about why I haven't been uploading any videos recently. And the second reason is that I felt like I learned a lot through this experience, and I just wanted to share some of those lessons with you today. Okay, so let me just quickly explain what happened exactly. So about 2 weeks ago, I had what I thought was just a cold. I was just sneezing and coughing and stuff. But then a few days later, I started having these really bad vision problems. I had this really bad double vision where everything looked doubled. That's why I have this eye patch thing right now. And then everything started looking blurry and a little bit shaky. And basically my eyes were fixed in a certain position, and that's what I have right now too. And then they didn't know what was going on at the beginning, so when I went to the hospital, they started doing some tests, and it took them a few days to figure out what it was exactly. But then they found that I have this rare condition called Miller-Fisher. So after they knew what it was, I started getting treatments, and after 1 week or so, I was able to get out of the hospital and come back home here. And I'm gonna try to get back into my regular routines as much as possible, so I can make videos again and start doing more coding again. But unfortunately, it might take me a while to get back into that, because apparently it takes most people with this condition at least 2 to 3 months to recover completely vision-wise. So I might be like a little bit slower than usual until my vision's back to normal. Alright, so that's my personal update, but let me now quickly talk about some of the things I learned through this whole experience, just in case you might find them useful too. I'm just going to share just 3 of them, even though there were other lessons I learned too. The first one of those is about not caring about small things. I feel like I have this natural tendency to be sort of neurotic and, worry about a lot of things. One example is when I'm having a conversation or when I'm messaging someone, I might say something and I might worry a lot about what the other person thinks, or if I might, offend them and stuff like that. But then when I was at the hospital, when I was going through a lot of distress, I just couldn't care about those things. Because I was worrying about am I gonna eat today, and am I gonna be able to have my vision back, and am I gonna vomit or not today, and stuff like that. So when I thought about those other things, they just seemed so small and not that important, and I feel like I brought some of that perspective back even now. So when I think about those small problems now, I just think as long as I'm healthy, as long as I have my vision still, I'm happy with that. And I realized that I don't have to worry about those small things anymore. The second thing I learned is actually about software development. So when I started having this condition about 2 weeks ago, my eyesight was even worse than it is now. Like I said earlier, a lot of double vision, everything looked shaky and blurry, and looking at anything was really hard. And even reading on the screen, I couldn't do it properly. So I started using this feature called VoiceOver on iPhone. Let me just quickly show you what it's like first. So once you turn on VoiceOver, it starts reading everything on the screen that you touch. So for example, on the home screen, you can basically touch the screen to try to find the app that you want to launch.
Google Maps, Safari, Cinemaper, page 2 of 5, adjust dock, forest. Double tap to open.
And then once you find it, in this case, Forest, one of my favorite apps, you can just do this to launch.
WhatsApp. Page dock. Forest. Double tap to open. Forest. Menu BTN new. Button.
And then in the app itself too, I can just touch the screen to try to find the button that I want to click.
10. Planned. Button. Planned. Dimmed. Cancel. 8. Button.
Just like that. So it's a good feature for anyone who's visually impaired or blind. But it turned out not all apps support voiceover equally. For example, for messaging, I've personally found that iMessages and Facebook Messenger are pretty easy to use with voiceover, and they support voiceover better than some of the other messaging apps, for example Slack or Instagram. So I would say if you're ever in a position to develop an app or maybe a website, I think it would be really great if you could take a moment to think about people like me and other people who have vision problems or other disability issues that make it harder for them to use your app. And if you could think about like how to make your app as accessible as possible to as many people as possible, I think that'll be a good thing. All right, the third and final lesson that I learned through this experience that I wanted to share today is about how important it is to have strong relationships. I mean, it's like a cliche, but I really think it's true. When I was at the hospital, like I mentioned earlier, I was going through a lot of emotional and physical distress. And honestly, I was having hard times. Like, I cried a little bit, and it was really tough for me. And what helped me get through was the fact that I had my girlfriend around. She was visiting me a lot and helping me with like food and other things. And the fact that I had friends come over sometimes and visit me in person or call me or message me to encourage me. And that was like really helpful. And you know who you are if you're one of those people. I already thanked them, but I want to thank them again here. All right, so that's all I wanted to talk about in this video. Thank you as always for watching my videos. And by the way, thank you for letting me hit 1 million subscribers. This is like super exciting to me. I thought I was gonna hit it, at some point, but I didn't think I was gonna hit, this landmark so soon. So I'm super psyched about that. Thank you. It's like the population of Vancouver. I guess my next goal is gonna be 1 million followers on Instagram and 10 million here on YouTube. Yeah, I don't know if I can get there, but I'll try my best. Anyway, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.